Sometimes I'm asked if it's weird to cook when I really can't eat.
Oh, you got freezing cold here.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. I am still in my pajamas, just moving slow, taking it easy this morning, but we had a delivery this morning and it was a special delivery. So as y'all know, we do the Walmart pickup, where I order our groceries online, we go to a special parking spot, and then a Walmart employee brings out our groceries to our car. It's an awesome life hack, awesome chronic illness hack. And then our local Publix started doing home delivery of groceries, and I was just like mind blown. Now, if you live in Florida, you'll know that Publix is a little pricey. So we get most of our stuff at Walmart, but there's a few things we like to get at Publix. And so I got our first Publix delivery today. Publix sweet tea. It was buy one get one free, so I had to. It's like really good stuff. If you've never experienced Publix sweet tea, I'm sorry, but it's just so good. It's like a Florida thing. I like the Walmart pickup service because it's complimentary. You don't have to pay extra for it, but the Publix delivery, you have a small fee, which makes sense because with the pickup, you're going to the store. With the delivery, they're coming to your house. But the first delivery was free, and the delivery person was so nice. You know, it's just good for when I just don't feel well enough to make it to the store, but we need things. And I don't know, Harlow, I think that grocery delivery is the way of the future. Well, we are all awake on the way. He's still waking up. I consider it, well, depending on what symptoms I'm battling. I'm more of a morning person, and Judd is not. He's like a night owl, and takes a while to wake up. So anyways, Harlow also likes to sleep in, by the way. She will like sleep and sleep and sleep to her heart's content. But I've hooked up to my infusion, and we're on the way to my primary care doctor because she wanted to follow up with me with the abscess MRSA infection thing. And also I just want to update her on our decisions with my surgery. Keep all my doctors updated with that.
Back home from the doctor's, gonna play some Star Wars Battlefront. Jack's gonna take a nap with the heating pad because her neck hurts a little bit. And that is it for now.
Hey y'all, so I am just done with my infusion, flushing with heparin, and you know, some days my neck pain is better than others. It kind of just ranges from tolerable to unbearable. And yesterday I was in the car a lot, which aggravates my joint pain, especially in my neck, and just I think it was triggered, like it started flaring a bit from being in the car yesterday, but at the doctor's office and then the drive home, I couldn't handle it. I was telling Judd, like, I have to get out of this car. I need to lay down and use my heating pad. And but after a few hours of rest and laying on my heating pad, it's back towards a more manageable level. So we're kind of just taking it easy today. But Judd and I right now, we're gonna get my wheelchair and the hippo, and we're gonna go on a family walk through the neighborhood. I think it'll be great because it's really, really nice outside. Oh, and yes, things went really, really well with my primary care physician. I was just, you know, updating her on my health status and whatnot, and she wanted to follow up with the abscess MRSA thing, and I'm healing really well, on the right track, and she thinks that I am good for surgery. There's nothing prohibiting me from getting my surgery from her standpoint, so it's all good. And oh, the camera got okay.
We are enjoying a nice evening stroll.
Family stroll.
Yeah. Hippo's doing hippo things.
Usually she's hooked onto the wheelchair, but Judd can walk her.
Yeah. Well, she's just going wherever she wants. Just right up next to Jaquie, apparently.
So usually, like I said, Harlow's hooked onto the wheelchair, and she's allowed to leash walk when we're on just a, you know, leisurely stroll like this. But at the full speed of my smart drive, she has to like trot next to me me, so it's actually pretty good exercise for her when we go around the block. We've been enjoying our walks together, but now Judd's here. Family stroll.
Hippo's just doing whatever she wants.
She's serpenting.
Let's see if she can do it.
I can. It takes practice. There we go, I did it!
Hippo.
Did you like that, Hippo? Did you have fun? We went to my mom's place down the street, but because my mom lives in the same neighborhood as us, but she wasn't home. Oh well, we had a fun stroll.
In my pick 'em up truck to go to the store right quick and pick up some pork chops that Jack is cooking for dinner for me, because I love pork chops and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's been a while since I've driven my truck. Currently letting it warm up a little bit before I decide to take it out to the streets. Don't tell Jack this, but it's leaking fuel from somewhere. It's a really cheap repair, but I'm just lazy. I should probably get it done. Probably head to Advanced Auto Parts too. Get some boneless pork chops and some applesauce, because nothing goes better than pork chops and applesauce.
Judd has brought back some pork for his dinner, so I'm gonna cook for him. Right now, I am just brining it in some salt water to give it more flavor. Judd got the pork a little like late notice tonight, so I only brined it for about 45 minutes, which is still good. Now I'm gonna put some extra virgin olive oil on it, and then I'm gonna put this brown sugar bourbon McCormick seasoning. Judd really likes this, so it tastes good. So the way I do pork chops is the way my dad taught me. I do the olive oil and then whatever seasoning you want, and then I put them on an iron skillet, which is heating up right now. And I don't have to put oil or anything in the skillet because there's already olive oil on the chops. And then I let them cook about halfway through, and then I flip the pork chops, and then I put the skillet in the oven to cook the rest of the way. It's really, really tasty. And then Judd also wants corn and french fries for dinner, so that's what I'm making him. Chop. Alrighty, we've got everything going. These are almost ready to be flipped and put in the oven. They're looking good. I'm gonna put it in the oven. Ta-da! What's kind of ironic about this meal is I cannot eat that, I cannot eat that, and I cannot eat that. Can't eat any of this. Today's actually one of those days where I'm just really not able to eat anything at all. I've tried picking a little bit at the soup I made yesterday. Not working. I've tried eating a few graham crackers, just my body's not having it. It's my gastroparesis the past few days, like recently, a lot of my safe foods aren't working either. I'm kind of restricted to crackers, white bread, soup broth. Yesterday I tried having a smoothie, which is typically safe for me, and it caused so much nausea and discomfort. My feeding tube pump is going off, but I'm tolerating my feeds, which is wonderful. I'm thankful for that. What's going on now? Of course, there's a kink in the line. That was kind of really funny timing. This pump goes off so much. Oh, there's another kink here. There we go. All right. Because it's like this tubing is long and I coil and stuff, but it can still kink randomly. That's even more annoying at night when you're trying to sleep and it goes off multiple times a night, every night. But I am thankful to be tolerating my feeds. I'm thankful to be getting steady nutrition because of my feeding tube. Sometimes I'm asked if it's weird to cook when I really can't eat. Either I'm just having one of those days where I can't eat at all because my body's not tolerating any type of food, or I can't eat the food I'm cooking. And in all honesty, most of the time, no, it's not weird to me, because one, I love cooking. Like for me, cooking is a passion, it's a hobby. My father cooks really well, and he taught me since I was little growing up, and I've always enjoyed just putting all these things together and making a tasty creation. And sometimes it does feel like I feel a bit defeated when I make something and I can't eat it, but kind of what I focus on is the fact that I'm providing my family with this nice meal and they can enjoy it, and it's still fun to do the process of cooking. Of course, sometimes I don't feel well enough to cook, but that's what I focus on. The enjoyment of cooking itself, and then knowing I'm providing something nice for my family to enjoy. And you know, even though food causes me the symptoms of like nausea, vomiting, pain, and just all these issues, even though that comes from eating, and that's, you know, why I have a feeding tube, because my body can't tolerate enough food to sustain me, like at all. I do miss food. Like, sometimes I miss it a lot because I don't really experience hunger because of my gastroparesis. But I'm human, you know, I like the taste of food and I enjoy food. That's why throughout the day I still try to eat a little bit here and there. And also my GI says if I stop eating altogether, I'm gonna lose what little function my stomach has left. So I try to like preserve that function. I try to keep some semblance of normalcy in eating, because I don't know, food's kind of a big part of what we do in our everyday life. But I will always cook for my family, and I don't think I'll ever stop enjoying cooking. But on those days where I'm able to tolerate eating a little bit more, cooking is even more rewarding, I guess. But it's not something that I'll stop enjoying, and yeah, I just take it one day at a time. The days I'm not able to eat much like today, I'm thankful for my feeding tube, which I do use every day. And then days where I am able to tolerate a little bit more oral intake, those days are really good too, and I'm thankful for those as well. And for those of y'all who are like new or just don't know, gastroparesis is where it basically means paralyzed stomach. Like, my stomach is partially paralyzed to the point where I just can't digest food and cannot sustain myself on oral intake alone. So I have the feeding tube, I have a port and do IV fluids through that to stay hydrated. And yeah, you can learn more about it in my chronic illness video. I also have a feeding tube playlist. Lots of good info there. Anyways, corn is done, fries are done, and the pork chop should be finished as well.
Well, Blake isn't having very much.
I miss Beckwith now.
Yeah, but I'm having a huge amounts of food, which I'm excited for.
We kind of joke that I have this issue with like portion sizes when cooking stuff. I don't know why it's a joke, it's really true. I'm not eating, but I'm having some sweet tea from Publix, so.
If y'all don't have a Publix or don't know what sweet tea is, you're really missing out.
I know what sweet tea is. This is Publix.
They don't have it in other parts of the country.
What?
Yeah, California, they don't got sweet tea. Oh,
that's not true.
It's not true? No.
No.
Remember we went to Ohio? They didn't have sweet tea.
Oh my god, you're right. They didn't have sweet tea in Ohio. Okay.
They're like, we can give you unsweetened tea with sugar packets. That's
like,
not
that's not the same.
No.
How's the pork?
It's pretty good. It's one of your favorite pork chops.
I know. That I can't eat. But I'm glad you like it, babe. With all the food. And there's a lot of yellow on your plate, but I gave you like half the bag of corn. We moved to the living room because Jen said I was just staring at him eat.
Freaked me out.
And we're watching The Adventures of Tintin. Is that on Netflix, babe?
This is on Netflix.
It's on Netflix,
It used
so.
to be an old comic book my mom used to read when she was growing up.
Yeah, that's right.
And Friends. Tintin.
Well, I'm gonna keep watching Jody, and we're gonna keep watching Adventures of Tintin.
It smells so clean.
And she's groomed. Hippo. Hippo. Did you just ignore me?
Just did.
Harlow. Harlow. Don't ignore me. Rude. I love you. Harlow needed some love. Well, we're just going to continue with some family time and go to bed. So with that, I will say goodnight, and thanks for joining us on our adventure.